any female, anyone in this world can acquire anything. But the most important thing is the discipline. So, good evening, everyone. And I'm really grateful and happy to be here, especially a wonderful Me Myself Mom forum, where the galaxy of nice soul is surrounded by the galaxy of nice soul. So, like today's topic, it is very, very important topic, like emotional freedom. And we people generally don't look, don't care about our emotional freedom, right? And we actually don't know what is emotional freedom is. Before starting, I must say that every year before New Year, we make lot of commitment to ourselves, whether physically, emotionally, financially, or whatever. But क्या हम कर पाते हैं पूरा? So, what is emotional freedom? Is it a roadmap for those who are stressed out, discouraged, or overwhelmed, as well as for those who are in good relationship place, but want to feel even better? Picture yourself trapped in a traffic jam, feeling utterly calm, imagining being unflaggable and relaxed when your boss loses her temper. क्या होता है हमारे साथ? What if you were peaceful instead of anxious? What if your life were filled with nurturing relationships and a warm sense of belongingness? This is what it feels like when you have achieved emotional freedom. Then how we will achieve emotional freedom? See, our happiness is determined not only by what we acquire, what we let it go is also important. And hota kya hai? We do the opposite. We always hold the grudges, right? We have to let it go of the grudges, of resentment, of anxiety. We have to let it go of negative self-talk and negative thought pattern. Attaining happiness is so much easier when we have emotional freedom. Emotional freedom triggers the right chemistry in us and help us feel connected. We need to constantly work toward this for a happy life, everyone. So what I feel that emotional freedom is directly proportional to emotional healing. Right? If we are emotionally healed people, we can do any wonders in our life. So working with your body, how to experience this healing practice. It combines, layer of self-combination yogic practice principles and simple accessible techniques for exceptional long-lasting results. I'll share some few techniques with you and I'll explain you how to inculcate those techniques in our life. So the first thing is, these are a transformative practice, which includes the first thing, working with your body's energy. What is this working with your body's energy? You all have an aura, all have an energy. What we can do? One thing I know about trauma is that because when we have an emotional setback or we have something going inside, so it is a kind of trauma our body is going through. So trauma is that it distort and intensify every negative thoughts, right? Feeling and physical sensation we have. Trauma makes us thin skinned, overly sensitive, hyper vigilant, and prone to pain, and it is often all encompassing. So our attention is focused on the pain only, and we desperately try to avoid it. We only focus on the pain. We don't think that how to overcome of this trauma. Working through each layer of self is the key to inner healing, and I'll explain this, what is the each layer in a later slides. Now, second come, which is very important, exploring and raising your inner vibration. As I mentioned that some of the yogic practice, including meditation in your life, are the methods in which you can raise your vibes. So vibrate on a high level and feel alive and rich with energy and positively. Each one of us have 7 bodies or 7 layers in themselves. And we need to work in harmony with each other. And that can only be achieved through a meditation. We have to inculcate a meditation practice in our daily life. The first thing which we have to do in the morning is to meditate. Like I also, whenever I get up in the morning, maybe around 6, sometimes 5:30, sometimes 6:30, the first thing I sit where I am lying there only. I close my eyes, I meditate on a daily basis. Because that meditation gave us, I'm like, a brief picture of what I am going to do in the, further, in the whole day, in my further time, what all the plannings is my mind, kab mujhe exercise karna hai, when I have to talk to my client, because I have to make a harmony with my kids also, being a mother of 2 boys. So my, you can understand the emotional trauma, because controlling a 2 small boys is not an easy thing. And when in this lockdown time, when your kids are at home only, so this thing really help you. It helps to channelize your energy. It helps to raise your inner vibes, right? So the truth is self-emotional healing is chaotic. That's why we need meditation. Sure, there will be a minutes, days, weeks, even months when you will feel a kind of cheerful harmony and your progress will be obvious, because we all go through it, so many emotional feelings in a relationship with husband, with boyfriend, with parents, or so when we acquire certain kind of transformative methods, it takes a time. But for most of the time, emotional healing feels, achy. Sometimes it hurts because it has to be. Be patient with your emotional wounds, your vibrations. Your vibe is important. It is the energy that courses through you and that you radiate out into the world, and by extension, it is the same energy that you welcomes back. Right? What you gives to the world, it will come back to you. Now, the most important thing to have emotional freedom is a creative, positive relationship. Creating positive, it is very important to have a positive relationship. As we are a human being, we are a social animal. Our whole life surrounds with, people around us, and that impacts a lot. कोई क्या सोच रहा है, क्या कर रहा है, that trigger us. And शायद हम सारा दिन यही सोच रहे थे, इसने क्या सोचा, इसने क्यों बोला, इसने ऐसा क्यों किया, मदर इन लॉ ने ऐसा क्यों बोला. I'm like, especially we female, we busy moms, as you have given. हम शायद अपनी सारी जिंदगी इसी में निकाल देते हैं, thinking what other is thinking for us, जबकि ऐसा कुछ है नहीं. So your relationship is very important. Yourself with other people. Now let's talk into relationship, because they are an integral part of inner healing, inner emotional healing. If your relationship are positive and supportive, emotional freedom will happen faster in a deeper, more sustainable way. However, if you are surrounded by people who brings you down, it will be much harder to lift yourself up. In one way or other, almost all the trauma in our entire life we carry with us is associated with the person or people. It's not that trauma is always something that's done to us or caused by other people, although it is often, but those we spend time with during that immeasurable, spend time with or after a traumatic experience, we have an immeasurable effect on us, how we manage our emotional pain. The relationship we have at a given time can do 3 things on us, can impact in 3 ways: inflict further damage to us, or create a hole of guilt, blame and despair that convince us we are going to stuck forever. This is what we all do generally in our life. Create a sense of emptiness and loneliness or pointless thinking throughout our life. This is when a relationship does not do any good either. Life up and give either, or live up, bring your life up and give us the confidence and motivation to confront our trauma and move through it with a sense that we are held and supportive. This is why the relationship is very important. Now, the last one. This is exploring your personal history and rewriting limiting beliefs uncovering your true self and reignite your life. For this, I want to tell you one good story. I'm like, you will understand. There is a female I have read about this female, and this is a real story. Had a normal childhood and a very normal teenager, and she become a very normal person with a normal family, a very lower middle class family. See, after her 15th birthday, she was violently raped by a stranger. She had been, coming back from a party and was going home. So someone followed her there and then raped her. This act changed her perception of the world and for other human beings for the rest of her life. After age, she didn't move for days, for many days, and most of the time she was acutely aware of being awake and being in pain and feeling utterly terrified. Her parents never go to police, maybe feared of being judged. If the story had gotten, around, maybe they didn't just then know how to cope with it. So then, as the initial shock began to substitute her rape thing, the external part, and the physical injuries started to heal, she was able to begin the long and different process of healing from the highly traumatic event. She was deeply, deeply depressed and scared of everything. She has only her parents by her side for support her in every walk of life. She spent her next complete 1 decade on an emotional roller coaster. She used to drug, alcohol, and bad. She was into a bad relationship to numb her pain. And all the while, her family became increasingly frustrated by her failure to become the kind of daughter they would assume she would be. They thought they would give her everything she could possibly need in life, and that she was throwing it back in their faces because she was in such a bad company and a relationship. If that people support her had known, the parents who has supported her entire life had known how to help her look at her trauma, had on that and accept the emotion she felt around it, and support her patiently without pressure. Well, that would not be the case with her. So, well, her journey to the healing would have been very different, and maybe she'll recover very fast. But after a decade, she found professional help when she became 26 of an age. She started therapy, and then she went to a therapist, started taking therapy. When she felt strong enough, she embarked on a mind coaching process to build new, more positive habits into her life. And one of the most important thing that all this work enabled her to do was to surround herself with the new people to fill her life with those whose vibration matches the person she wanted to be. Confident she wanted to have, the freedom she wanted to feel, and the strength she already had inside. So this type of therapies, this type of professional help do change people from their traumatic life. So taking charge of your inner healing is one of the greatest acts of self-love. Committing to this process and raising your vibration. The energy courses through and all you radiate out into the world, you will create space to welcome more joyful experience into your life. So like as Dr. Sunela Joy Chauhan ma'am said, that we carry guilt, shame, anxiety, all these kind of things throughout our life. We need experts, we need a support, but self-healing is the first step. Self-healing, how to overcome all these challenges, all emotional healing, emotional traumas. So I would like to share you this mental health self-care wheel. This we can practice at our own, because we often speak that ऐसा हो गया तो ऐसा कर लेना चाहिए, क्यों इतना टेंशन में रहते हो, come out from that tension. But it's not practical, it's not easy. When you are going through some trauma, when you are going through some emotional setback, it's very difficult to come out from all this. So what are the self practices we can inculcate in our life? Because people still in India, it's very difficult for them to convince to go to some psychologist or some support or some to take some help. So like this is the mental health self-care wheel. If you follow these things, you would be a different version of yourself, whether you're working or a housewife or you're in a relationship or whatever. So like this wheel revolves around the physical, psychological, emotional, spiritual, and personal and professional things. These are the segments we have to look upon. If we work on this six segments in our life, we can come out to so many things. We can achieve emotional freedom. So like first we talk about our physical. So physical means regular medical care, eat healthy, regular sleep, exercise, get a massage, enjoy physical intimacy like hugs and holding hands. This is very important for everyone. If you're going through something, you need a regular medical care. You need, because we are made up of certain hormones, especially we females are made up of testosterone, progesterone, estrogen. Hormones plays a very important role in our life. Hormones ka balance garbad hua, get into depressions, anxiety, frustrations, mood swings. It's all hormones game. So medical care is very important. I mean, like you go in every 6 to 8 months, go for your medical checkups, especially females. All your full body checkup, from pap smear to everything, your D3 levels, your kidney, your liver, everything. How healthy you are. ये आपको लगता है that I am healthy. But what your body is inside, you don't know. Eat healthy. Your food habit plays a very vital role. जैसा आप खाते हो वैसे आप दिखते हो. It's not about the outer, appearance, कि how I am looking, कितनी good लग रही हूँ कपड़े में. It's all about your thinking process also. Junk खाओगे, junk सोचोगे. Regular sleep is very important for everyone, especially for the female, because we are a mother. We play a multiple role in our life. Get a massage, exercise daily. Like we breathe is a integral part, important part of our life. Exercise bhi honi chahiye. What we do generally, we have put on some weight, up gym bhago, ab exercise karo, ab dieting karo, because weight reduce karna. No, it should be a lifestyle. Massage for every female is very important. It will help you to get rid of so many things. It's nothing. Massage is not luxury thing. Aaj luxury ho gaya because we have to spend a lot of amount on spa and all that. But massage is not luxury. Massage for female, for a busy mom, sorry, it's very vital. It helps in so many things, to keep your hormones in control, because massage releases dopamine in your brain. So it is very important. Enjoy physical intimacy like hugs and holding hands with your partner, with your kids. We are so busy these days, especially females, that we hardly spend time with our kids. And especially in pandemic time, like from last 2 years when schools are closed and home is a school for our kids. So we like shout throughout the day to our kids because they have become very indisciplined these days. Even I can observe in my house. So what we nag them throughout the day, ye kyun kiya, aisa kyun kiya, class join karo. Do we make any, intimacy with our kids, like holding their hands, hugging them, kissing them, telling stories then, and same with our partner, with our spouse, which is very important for a healthy relationship, for a healthy mental well-being. So now second is just physiological. Whatever I discuss on earlier slides is all about your physiological part. Take time for self-reflection, therapy or counseling, meditation, keep a journal, be creative, join a support group. Keep journal, write everything. Sara din bhar ka likhiye. Be creative. Do creative things, painting, dance, whatever is you love to do. Join support groups. You can find so much, or aajkal to virtual ho gaya, you can find so many support groups. Therapy, counseling. No harms in going to any therapist. You can. ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें कोई psychological disorder है, then only we need an expert. You can go. Sometimes we miss something in our life. जो कि हमें वहां जाके पता चलता है. With this, we can raise our voice. We can be more vibrant with our psychological, health. Now, emotional. Another very important part. Explore a hobby. Cuddle with your pet. Community engagement. Practice self-love. Cry and laugh. So this social media, this network thing, इसके अपने side effects है भी है और pros भी है. Like we are so much into this social media thing that like we have stopped community engagement. कितना जाते हैं हम बाहर. हमारे लिए community engagement is WhatsApp group, right? हमारे लिए community engagement is like sending message. But go and meet people. Explore your hobbies. You कितना भी busy हैं आप दिन भर में. I know female, they have less time in their like daily schedule, but you have to take out time for your hobby. Cry, laugh, whatever. Practice self-love. Pamper yourself. Do whatever you like to do. Then spiritual part. Practice forgiveness. जो कि आजकल खत्म हो गया है, right? We have become so materialistic that we have stopped forgiving people. And spend time with nature. Connect with special communities. Sing or dance, yoga, volunteer for cause. That's why I do a lot of social work, because I also have a roller coaster of emotions in my life. Like being a married female, we are surrounded with so many people. I'm like female. We have to perform a multiple role in our life. Achhi bahu, achhi, bhabhi, achhi beti, achhi bibi, achhi mom. So like so many expectations from us, and we used to compromise, sacrifice a lot. So somehow our emotional side, that pissed off, like सोचने समझने की क्षमता खत्म हो जाती है. And when we introduce this spiritual thing in our life, go volunteer for causes, go to some orphanage or some वृद्धा ashram and take care of those people, or some mentally retarded जो बच्चे होते हैं, go and spend time with them. Connect yourself with nature. You can go like to any good place once a year or twice a year. Just me time, you and the nature, nothing else. Do yoga, practice yoga, sing, dance, join dance classes, singing classes, whatever you like. Now your personal thing. Plan and set goals. Spend time with family. Learn a new skill. Read a book. Make time for friends. Reflect on who you are and what makes you special. It is very important. Busy moms. Who you are and what makes you special. नहीं है तो मांग के special बनो. Ask your husband to make you special. मैं तो लड़ती हूँ बहुत कि today is my birthday. I want to look special. I want to feel special. Spend time with family. Yes, काम तो चलता रहेगा. Age is just a number. Learn different new skills. I have committed to myself that till my last breath, I am going to learn, I am going to, study, I'll acquire whatever knowledge I can, and I am into a learning process till now. Read a book. You can find a very good book on internet. You can read the book. Make time for friends. You should go out. WhatsApp छोड़ के जाओ. like spend time in market जाके restaurant में spend time with friends. And your professional lives. It's really important, because your professional life is somehow reflect your personal life. जो होता है ऑफिस में वो आके घर पे निकलता है. Everyone's. So take your full-time lunch break, leave work at work. घर में लेके मत आओ. If your boss is angry today, don't bring that at your place. बच्चों पे नहीं निकालना, husband पे नहीं निकालना. Take mental health holidays. I was talking earlier. When you connect with nature, for that you need a holiday. Only me time. Go and spend. India is a very beautiful place. Lots of nature beauty. Go and spend there. You and nature. That's it. You don't need a group. You don't need your family. Nothing. Learn to say no. This is very important. No कहना छोड़ दिया. Learn to say no. You don't feel like doing anything. Your husband or mother-in-law क्यों ना? Say no. I cannot. Learn to say no. You will be more relaxed. You will be more comfortable when you start saying no. then you will see your emotional freedom. Then you're not bound to people. Formalities nahi nibhani padegi. Say no. Use your vacation time, set boundaries, which is very important. So these are the mental health self-care wheel, which is very important if you want the emotional freedom, if you want to come out from trauma, emotional trauma, if you really want to heal yourself. This is the self-care. You don't need any expert if you work on these areas, if you inculcate all this thing in your life. These are some ways you can opt for anything on your psychological, physical, professional, personal, emotional, spiritual side, but try to adopt this method. Being persistent and having never say die attitude. You should be disciplined. So this is what I feel and I do.